I still remember the exact moment everything shattered. It was a cold Thursday night in our Oak Brook house. The wind rattled the tall windows overlooking the golf course. Emily, my only daughter, 28, the girl I'd raised alone since her mother died when she was 12, burst through the front door. She was gasping, tears streaming, coat half off her shoulders. She dropped to her knees on the marble floor, phone clattering beside her. Dad. Her voice broke into fragments. Michael, he's filing for divorce. Right now. He's already taken everything. The house accounts. The boys' college savings. Even the money you gave him for the startup. He says it was never yours, that you were just some rich guy who lent it out of pity. Those words hit like a fist to the chest. Michael Hayes, the man who'd stood in that sunlit Chicago cathedral 7 years earlier and looked me in the eye. Firm handshake. I'll take care of her, sir. You have my word. I believed him. I wired him $2.7 million to start his tech company. No heavy contracts, just family trust. Because fathers build safety nets. I knelt beside her, pulled her trembling body against me. Her sobs soaked my shirt. Show me, I said quietly. She fumbled the phone up. Red alerts glowed. Massive transfers out. Lawyer emails. Emergency divorce petition filed that afternoon. He drained joint accounts overnight. Quietly sold majority control of the company last month for $18 million cash. Money now in a Cayman Islands account. Only his name. Worst of all, full custody fight. He claimed Emily was unstable, too dependent on me, unfit. Wanted Caleb 6 and Jack 4 living with him and the fiancée he'd hidden for 2 years. My hands shook. Rage burned my throat, but I forced it down. I rocked her slowly, like when she was little and scared of storms. We're fighting this, Em. All the way. I promise. For months, it looked like he'd already won. The first court hearing. DuPage County Family Court. Temporary orders. Michael walked in calm, navy suit sharp, polite nod to the judge. His lawyer painted Emily as fragile. Therapy notes I'd paid for. Twisted sad texts into proof she couldn't parent. The boys needed stability. They needed him. Emily sat beside me on the hard bench, pale, fingers shredding a tissue. Her leg bounced. When the judge asked questions, her voice cracked. She looked small, lost. The judge gave Michael temporary primary custody. Emily got supervised visits only. 2 hours a week at a family center, monitor watching. No overnights, no decisions on school or doctors. In the hallway, Emily's legs buckled. I caught her. He's taking my boys, Dad, she whispered. My baby's gone. Silent tears. I held her tight, but my chest burned. That night, ER, machines beeping, stress angina. Emily gripped my hand beside the bed. Don't leave me too. I promised, but lying under bright lights, doubt crept in. Lawyer bills piled. My 40-year construction supply business lost contracts. Suppliers demanded early payment. I mortgaged the house quietly to keep fighting. We were sinking. Michael posted pictures. Him with the boys at a park, big smile. Fresh start. Emily saw them, curled on the couch, stopped eating. One evening she said softly, eyes distant, maybe I should just sign. Let him have it. The fighting is killing me. I sat with the settlement papers, pen in hand. Almost signed. Then Tom, my accountant since the 1980s, called at 11:47 p.m. Come to the office. Bring coffee. This can't wait. He'd reviewed old files. When I funded the startup, Michael signed a personal guarantee. Skimmed it. Didn't read. Full recourse if fraud or breach. And there was fraud. Forged power of attorney to move money. Hidden fiancé and offshore accounts violated Illinois law. Spouses must fully disclose assets in divorce. Concealment is fraud on the marital estate. Courts can award hidden assets entirely to the other side, order fees paid, even reopen judgments. Tom showed emails, bank traces, tip from Michael's ex-CFO. The $18 million sale? Proceeds mixed with my loaned money, traceable. Interstate transfers via email and banks opened federal wire fraud, 18 U.S.C. Section 1343. I didn't celebrate. I waited. Let him relax. He threw an engagement party. Rooftop downtown, skyline sparkling, kids in little suits. Photos everywhere. Emily stared at her phone until tears blurred it. We filed the counter. Reopened temporary orders in family court. Evidence to federal prosecutors for wire fraud. Second hearing. Federal courthouse downtown. Michael arrived confident, tie straight, thinking more divorce noise. Emily sat rigid beside me, breathing shallow, nails in my palm. I can't watch it fail again, she whispered. My lawyer stood. Spoke clearly. Showed the personal guarantee. Michael's signature bold on screen. Forged documents. Offshore wires. Mixed funds. The judge, older, hard-faced, turned pages slowly. Expression darkened. Mr. Hayes, he said evenly. This is no longer just divorce. Concealing assets breaks Illinois disclosure law. Moving money across state lines to hide it? Federal wire fraud. The U.S. attorney has been notified. Michael's face drained white. Hands gripped the table, knuckles bone white. He stammered. This is an exaggeration. I didn't. Judge raised a hand. Bailiff. Cuffs clicked. No bail. Flight risk. Millions offshore. Weak ties could vanish. Michael twisted, eyes wild, locked on me. You planned this? Voice cracked. I met his gaze. Slow nod. Nothing else. They walked him out. Head down. Shoulders slumped. Fiancée gasped in the back, covered her mouth, ran after. Emily exhaled, trembling. Tears fell, but relief flickered in her eyes. Aftermath unfolded slowly. Federal charges, wire fraud, concealment. Huge loss amount bumped guidelines. He pled to reduced counts. Sentenced to 8 years federal prison, realistic for that scale. Abuse of trust, sophisticated means. Emily regained full custody immediately. Emergency order vacated temporary ruling. Boys came home that week, running hugs, shouting, Mommy! Sticky with joy. Most money returned via restitution and forfeiture. House secured. College accounts restored. We sold the big house. Too many ghosts. Bought a cozy Naperville place. Big backyard for soccer. Emily started a marketing job she loves. Comes home, humming, smiling real. Boys tackle my legs every morning. Pops! Pancakes! But the boys, they asked. Of course they did. At first it was small questions. When is Daddy coming home? Caleb asked one night at bedtime, hugging his stuffed bear tight. Jack looked up with big eyes. Does Daddy still love us? Emily's face crumpled every time, but she answered gently, honestly. Daddy made some big mistakes that hurt a lot of people. He has to stay away for a while to think about what he did. But we love you so much, and Pops and I are here every single day. You're safe. You're loved. That never changes. I sat with them too. Told stories about how strong their mom is, how families sometimes have hard seasons, but love and truth pull you through. Your dad will always be part of who you are, I said one evening on the porch, boys on my lap watching fireflies. But right now, the most important thing is that you grow up surrounded by people who show up. Every day, no matter what. They nodded slowly. Hugged tighter. Over time, the questions came less. Replaced by soccer games, school plays, bedtime stories. They still have his picture on the dresser. Small, faded wedding photo. But they run to us first now. Evenings we sit on the porch. Sunset turns the sky, soft orange and pink. Emily leans her head on my shoulder. We made it through, Dad. I squeeze her hand. Throat tight. We did more than make it through. We came back stronger. And every hard day taught us something. Never give up on the people who matter. Fight smart. Fight long. Fight for truth. Because the people who love you deserve every bit of that strength. Michael sends letters from prison. Apologies, please. I read them, file them. No reply. I didn't shout or swing fists. I used time, paper trails. The slow weight of the law, and now, listening to my grandson's laugh, watching my daughter's eyes light up again, that's the victory that matters most. The brightest mornings always come after the longest nights. Ours are here. If this story touched you, if it reminded you that real strength sometimes looks quiet, patient, and unbreakable, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. There are more stories like this coming. Real people. Real fights. Real comebacks. Thank you for watching.